Hello. If you clicked on this video, you probably like platformer games. And if you're like me, you might be a big fan of the retro ones. This is a list of modern platformer games that I've played and I think you should check out if you're looking to scratch that nostalgic itch. Made by the indie developers Gears for Breakfast, A Hat in Time is a love letter to the retro 3D platformers of the N64 era. If you enjoyed Super Mario 64 or Banjo & Kazooie, this one is right up your alley. You play as Hat Kid, a child with a hat. Your goal is simple: get back home. But of course there's a catch. You need collectible hourglasses to power your spaceship, which are scattered across multiple worlds. Platforming and collecting go hand in hand, and A Hat in Time embraces this with its 40 hourglass hunt. Collecting these unlocks new worlds and secret areas on your ship. The first world, Mafia Town, acts as a tutorial, getting you familiar with the movements, attacking enemies, and using different hats. Each hat gives you a unique ability, like making platforms solid to stand on or turning into ice to launch yourself to new areas. These abilities keep the platforming fresh and dynamic. You can also equip pins to your hats for extra power-ups. One of my favorite parts of this game is Battle of the Birds, where two rival directors fight to feature you in their movie. Each level is wildly different. Murder on the Owl Express shifts to a sepia-tone murder mystery, where you play the part of a detective. The platforming also shifts to stealthy, where you sneak around on the train finding clues. Then it completely swaps to the other film, where your main goal is to blow up and act like you don't know nobody. Then there's Subcom Forest, where you meet the Snatcher, an absolute fan favorite character. His dark humor and contract-based soul stealing adds an unexpected, eerie tone to the game.
We want to die! Yay!
As you go around stealing souls and confirming that Hat Kid isn't as innocent as she looks. The game constantly changes things up, whether it's platforming, storytelling, or game mechanics. But what really sets A Hat in Time apart from its predecessors? It refines the formula. Collecting doesn't feel like a chore. 100 coins to get a star in Mario 64. It lets you explore at your own pace. You don't have to gather every single pon, which is the in-game currency, to progress. But if you want extra badges, they're there for you. It makes for a much more enjoyable experience. This game is memorable because of its humor, charm, and unique level design. If you love platformers, you need to play this one.
I wouldn't mind being strapped around a cute neck like yours.
What did he say?
From the same publishers as A Hat in Time, Here Comes Nico is a short, cozy platformer that you can complete in about 4 hours. Or 100% in a day if you're a completionist like me. You play as Nico, a runaway in search of a job. Lucky for you, a business frog named Pepper hires you as a professional friend, meaning your job is just to help people. Tasks include fishing, planting, arcade games, and sometimes being a little rebel. In return, you earn coins to progress. As you ride the train between different worlds, you uncover bits of Nico's story as you listen in on voicemail messages. It really is a touching story about why Nico ran away. But I don't want to spoil it for you, so let's move on. During loading screens, or whenever you find a little cozy spot to sit down with, you get to play with your Tamagotchi. I really love the little things that this game does that just makes it into such a great experience. One thing I love is how the game plays with different styles. Some levels throw you into pixel art arcade machines, making you a part of a retro world. Then there's the hidden level, Gary's Garden, which offers the toughest platforming challenge and the best story in the game. And you've got to be on the lookout, in each level for the hidden handsome frog with his charming one-liners. Also, just look at this hot dog frog poster. If anyone has the original assets, please send them in my way. Or, better yet, if the developers are watching, you should make this into a poster. I'd buy it straight away. I'd buy 2 of them.
Shut up and take my money.
Okay, hear me out. This one is technically a platformer, but it's also a first-person shooter, a puzzle game, and a romance visual novel. Yeah, it's a lot. You play as Neon White, a guy who wakes up in heaven with no memory of his past. The angels tell you that you can win a year in heaven. All you have to do is kill all the demons infesting the place. Each level is a speedrun challenge, where you need to eliminate the demons and reach the pool as fast as possible. You use card-based weapons with limited ammo, but each weapon also has a movement ability, like a second jump, a dash, or an explosion that launches you forward. These abilities help you to kill demons and traverse the level. This game is all about mastering the movement. The first run through a level is figuring out the best path. The second and third are about shaving the seconds off your time. There's even a ghost mode, so you can race your best run. As you repeat each level, you begin to enter a flow state, becoming aware of every micro movement and how it affects your time. If you've played this game and you enjoyed it, you might want to give speedrunning a go. If you're a fan of secret collectibles, this game has that too. In each level, there is a hidden gift that can sometimes feel impossible to get. And that's when the puzzle aspect comes in. You must use all the movement knowledge you have built up, chaining abilities and keeping your momentum to get the collectible. But what can these collectibles be used for? I did say that this was a romance visual novel, and these collectibles can be used as gifts to unlock new dialogue with a variety of interesting characters.
I think I know just the thing.
As well as challenging courses. If you like speedrunning, this game will consume you. And yes, the neons are hot. I know. You've probably already been recommended this game. But I need to mention it. If you have a PS5, you must play Astrobot. During the Game of the Year acceptance speech, they explained that they were inspired by the classic Nintendo 2D platformers.
Let's not forget that even before PlayStation, there were people making platformers. I remember I was a kid in 1989, Christmas, and I got a grey box. There was a game packed in. It was called Super Mario Brothers, and it was really, really great. But I want to pay tribute to the company who really put platformers and showed us innovation and quality consistently and inspired us to actually make the game that we made.
With this passion for platforming and a massive collection of Sony mascots, they decided to make the best 3D platforming game I have ever played. The game was made to showcase what the PS5 can do, and wow, does it deliver. Before playing this, I wasn't sold on the controller with its haptic feedback or motion controls, but this game changed my mind. It makes me so sad that so few developers take full advantage of what the PS5 controller can do. Aside from the controller, the game itself is beautiful. The physics are satisfying, sound design is incredible, and every level brings something new. It is a pure joy from start to finish. I could talk about this game for hours. I might make a video just talking about this game. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. It's perfect. It never drags, the platforming is tight, the boss fights are fun, and it just feels so good to play. If there is one game on this list that you have to try, it's this one. Now, let's wrap this up with something relaxing. A short hike is exactly what it sounds like. A short, cozy adventure where you play as a low poly bird in a low poly world. And I love that low poly art is making a comeback. Your goal is simple. Get to the top of the mountain to get a phone reception. But to climb higher, you need to collect golden feathers to increase your stamina. You earn them by completing small tasks like fishing, helping characters, or playing mini-games. This game is very cozy. It's small and contains loads of activities to do. It kinda reminds me of Animal Crossing with all of its diggable holes and the ability to fish. The island is full of characters. The game does a good job with short and meaningful dialogue that can help progress through the game, or just make you chuckle. With the platforming element, your goal is to climb the mountain, but the real joy is the journey, meeting characters, exploring, and just existing in the world. You will probably get sidetracked while you climb up this mountain, but it's nothing too detrimental to your progression, as it's easy to get back to where you were. Once you get more feathers, you gain more height with your glide, which means more exploring to those hard-to-reach areas, and potentially finding something that was hidden. When I reached the top, I felt something. It made me reflect. It even made me call my parents to check on them. Maybe after watching this, you should call your loved ones too. It might make their day. I really love games that have the power to change your perspective on life, or just remind you to be a human, I guess. If you're enjoying this video, let me know. I might make a part 2 because there are so many other great platformers that I couldn't fit into this one. It is one of my favorite genres, so see you soon and don't forget to subscribe.